Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. And my name is KateSemeniuk. I'm an RTT hypnotherapist and I help people uncover the roots and the causes of their behaviors, emotional pains, physical pains, and also by finding that belief that is holding them back. So if you want to work with me, my contacts are in the description. However, I love to give value. I love to give information. And today we will talk about the fear of unknown. Let's begin. Fear of unknown is a very strong fear. It's the fear that goes from our primal brain, right? It's usually something that holds us back. It keeps us in a comfort zone. Like, you know, your fear of unknown is just stay there. It's safe there. Usually, fear of unknown wants you to do nothing. And you know what happens when you do nothing. Nothing happens. Right? That's why we struggle so much with like desires, inspiration, dreams, what we want to achieve. But at the same time, this fear of unknown just keeps us stuck from making changes, from making decisions, from moving on forward. Like having fear of unknown will cause fear of failure, punishment, criticism, and all of those fears that usually most of the people experience at some point in their life. So, however, with the fear of unknown, it's very important to realize when was your perception of unknown formed? Who formed your understanding of unknown? You were a child and you were very curious and you were very adventurous and you would not be afraid of unknown. And even if a little bit, then you'll still overcome it. And because the curiosity, the interest was so much stronger than the fear of unknown. This is what happens exactly when you grow up. You suppress that interest, that curiosity, right? And you live by the beliefs that you formed as a child about the unknown. So I identify 3 categories of people who make us form the perception of unknown. First, our parents, for sure. We all know that. If your parents were very cautious, very fearful, they would tell you, don't go there, something will happen. Don't do that because that will happen. They will create those negative catastrophizing scenarios for you in order to save you, to protect you. Of course, their intention is good. But for you, it means being stuck, right? Like when you are in childhood, right? Yeah, maybe it keeps you away from trouble. But when you grow up, you still carry that perception, that belief that something bad will happen if I risk, something bad happen if I step into that unknown. I had that fear for many, many years, and I think I still have it sometimes when I'm trying new stuff, when I'm like, launching a project or starting a business, then yes, I still have that a little bit, but I shift it into excitement. So it's not about not having that fear. It's about shifting it very fast into something exciting. And I'm going to tell you what to do. So parents are the first people who help you form the belief that, oh, something dangerous is in the unknown. Right? When parents are overprotective, cautious, fearful, they will project, of course, their insecurities and fears on their child. Another category is teachers. When you go to school, there's another army of people who make you form the belief that there is something dangerous, something painful, something hurtful in the unknown. Teachers who will tell you, if you don't pass this exam, if you don't receive a good grade, I don't know what's going to happen. Something really bad is going to happen. How often do we hear that? Or, they will say like, you have to really work hard, because who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? Anything can happen to you, and that anything can be really bad. Right? Teachers are another army of people who help you, shape you into this fearful person. Right? Because, I'll tell you why, because when you are not afraid of unknown, you are very adventurous, you're very curious, you respond to interest. When you respond to interest, you are free, right? You're free from manipulations. And manipulations is the only thing that keeps people in order. manipulations, governments, systems, right? School, you have to be shaped into the box of appropriate, acceptable person, human being, right? No other things allowed. And when we are born, we are completely free. So it's not profitable for the world to have you as a free person. So if you are fearful of unknown, you're going to stay in the comfort zone. As long as you stay in the comfort zone, you stay in that, 5 to 6 job or, self-sabotaging. And it's easy to manipulate the person like that. And unfortunately, this is the truth. This is how it is. However, it's really possible to break out of that cycle, to be free and to feel like anything is possible. Anything is available to you. How to do that? We'll get to that. The third category that help you form the belief that unknown is dangerous, stay away from that. And of course, that's why you form the fear, is doctors. Sometimes doctors will tell us, oh, I don't know, this diagnosis doesn't look good. And then you ask what's going to happen. And you're like, I don't know, like 90% that you're going to have this or this. And because they don't give you this exact answers, because they cannot, of course, you become so fearful of the future. And the future is unknown. Even if you think it's known, it's not known. We don't know what's going to happen. And that's the magic of it. Shifting the fear of unknown into the magic, right? Of unknown is so amazing. So doctors, teachers, and parents, these are the people that first in our life help us form the belief that you stay away, and your body will respond, your mind will respond to that belief right away. This is just the rule of the mind. I remember when Marisa Peer was talking about that, she was talking about her rules of the mind that she came up with, and she was telling that you form the belief and then the belief makes you. So everything around this belief will happen in your life to confirm this belief. So you have the belief that unknown is dangerous, that there is something painful, unconscious. It can be unconsciously, and it is unconsciously. Then you will definitely, everything in your life will happen according to that belief. So let's take two scenarios. One scenario is when you have a positive outlook on life, on the unknown, on the future. When you have this positive outlook, then you see unknown as opportunities, possibilities, exciting, like chance to win, right? Curiosity, right? So all of these amazing feelings, right, will be in the unknown for you. However, in most cases, we form the belief that that unknown is something negative. And when we do believe that, right, we have the belief that it's dangerous to risk. It's dangerous, it's painful to make life-changing decision, because sometimes we have to make those decisions, and definitely because of the fear of unknown, we might be stuck, and we might hold ourselves back from making that decision. Fears of failure, punishment, criticism, right, judgment, all of these fears are coming up when we have this negative perception of unknown. Out of control. People with control issues. Please, 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 you have to hear that. There is nothing you can control in the future. There is nothing but your mind and your thoughts. This is the only thing you can control. And I would love to tell you otherwise, but there is nothing, because you never know. And the more control issues you have, the stronger it is, right? You have to keep everything in control. The more disappointed and discouraged and upset you will be when something goes out of control. And then we start to be, and anger machine, frustration, everything suffers. Relationship, jobs, careers, personal life, health, everything. So out of control, right? Fear of unknown kind of triggers our out of control fear. So what can you do? Why is it? And I don't have to tell you the root causes, because you already know it comes from childhood, It comes from people, from the environment that you were growing in, right? From these early childhood experience or teenage, young adult experiences. If you go there and if you find, where did you form that belief? Who helped you form that belief? Whose belief is that you adopted? Because we adopt the beliefs, right? We believe whatever our parents believe in. Most of the cases, not everyone. But you were born absolutely fearful. Even if there is a little fear of unknown, you still go because you're so interested and excited. But we lose that excitement, we lose that interest, and we get stuck in these fears. And when we are fearful, there is no creativity, there is no interest, there is no curiosity and adventurous personality. What can you do in order to overcome this fear? The first thing you have to do, the fear of unknown has to be not as strong as your interest. So if you are fearful of unknown because you're looking for a job, think about what this job is. Do you like this job? Do you really like what you do? Because this is really important. Always, almost in every single video, I go to this. How do you feel about what you do? Because this fear of unknown will be triggered in your career, in your professional life. So do you like what you do? If you really, really like what you do, and I've seen those people, a lot of them, right? They are so excited that they go through fear of unknown. They're like, yes, I have this fear, but I still do it. Because the interest is stronger than the fear of unknown. If your interest in what you do is not that strong, the fear of unknown will be stronger. Unless you change that belief, of course. You can change the belief about this fear. By letting go, but learning how to let go of control. And it can be done only by learning about your mind. Learning about who helped you with this fear of losing control. Who helped you to form this fear? Where is it coming from? Because when you are letting go of control, you're okay with whatever happens in the future, in this unknown. We all love to plan. We all love to keep everything in control, to have routine. However, in most cases, everything goes not as planned or not as planned at all, and we get really, really upset. And the other one is to find out, and this is one of the first steps to do to overcome any fear, is to find out where it's coming from. To find out sometimes what you think is not what it is, because you think with your logic. And you need to go into that emotional, subconscious mind to look for the answers. No one can give you that answers but you. And you can find support, you can absolutely contact me. I help people guide through those subconscious triggers, moments, and to help you uncover where is it coming from and reframe those beliefs so that you think differently. Once you think differently, you act differently. And then your life is different as well. So please, don't be afraid of unknown. There is a magic in it. There is a magic in it. People who trust the universe, they always tell that. Just allow the universe to give you all the answers, and universe knows what to tell you. So be healthy emotionally and physically. And if you need me, you know where to find me. Love you all. Bye.